Hello and welcome to this evening's game between the visiting team Park and the home team, Marana Electric. Now for the starting lineups. First for Park. Batting first, the catcher, Bryson Geyer. Batting second, the second baseman, Mateo Williams. Batting third, shortstop, Anthony Riccio. Batting fourth, left fielder, Alex Wolf. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Leanna Williams. Batting sixth, pitcher, Natalie Baker. Batting seventh, third baseman, Cameron Klinger. Batting eighth, the center fielder, James Davis. And batting ninth, the right fielder, Lucas Musatelli. With reserves, Michael Musatelli, Jack Davis, and Dylan Hescox. And now for Marana. Batting first, the shortstop, Owen Heilman. Batting second, first baseman, Alec Woodring. Batting third, the pitcher, Nikki Georgiana. Batting fourth, left fielder, Monroe Gates. Batting fifth, the second baseman, Adam Schneeberger. Batting sixth, extra hitter, Luke Giosa. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Bryson Feather. Batting eighth, center fielder, Noah Bonzel. And batting ninth, the right fielder, Bryce Weaver. With reserves, Grayson Carney, Dominic Fiore, Gage Ross, Cam Woodring, and Liam Zorger. At this time, we ask that you please rise if able and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Hello, everyone, and welcome to 9th Street Field at the Altoona Area Baseball Association. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in. We've got a great game here this evening. It's between the visiting team, Park Home, coming in with a 19-5 record against Marana Electric, the home team. They're entering with a 20-5 record. Two teams poised to be in the playoffs in just a couple of days, who may very well meet each other this time next week. But before that, we have to finish off this regular season, and that's exactly what we're doing here tonight. And I am not alone here in the press box today, because we're joined, as you can see on your screen right now, by Mr. Bobby McManus, longtime umpire here at AABA. Bobby, first off, thanks for coming up and joining me in the booth.
Not a problem. Glad to do it.
So you had just finished up your umpiring career, we can say, pretty safely.
Yes.
Just a couple weeks ago. Made a lot of big news around here. So how's it feel to be watching from the bird's eye view instead of down the field?
Easier than I thought, but I can tell you I miss it. I miss the kids, miss being around the coaches and horsing around on the field. And
yeah,
that part I miss, but we got to do what we got to do.
Absolutely. Of course, we'll be talking much more about it as the game proceeds, and we'll get some more insight into what life was like down there on the field. But for now, we're going to be kicking off this game with Park Home up to bat. And folks, you may notice something different, and that is the view of this game with a new camera. So we're glad to bring that to you. I hope things look good. Leading off the game for Park, the catcher, Bryson Geyer. So it's Bryson Geyer up first to start this game off. An out call at first base. That's shortstop for Marana Electric. Owen Heilman with a nice play there. That's short. Pretty good one, Bobby, huh?
Yeah, very nice play.
Now batting second baseman Mateo Williams.
He fielded it well. Very nice strike to first.
Bobby, take a look at the screen there on our monitor. We have a comment here coming in from Buck Beagle, sending his best wishes.
Big Buck. I miss you too, man. It got quieter when you left.
Send in your comments, folks. Whether you want to cheer on a player, you want to talk to Bobby here in the booth, now's your chance. 1-1 count here on Mateo Williams for Park. He takes a ball outside, 2-1 count. We have another comment coming in from Paul Murphy now. Nice change with the camera, Jordan. Thank you, Paul. Glad you enjoy it from out there in Arizona, from what I hear. And a message there for you, Bobby.
I've needed glasses for years, Paul. They're just cheaters, though. I can't see close up.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Thanks for watching, Paul, on Facebook. Here is the pitch from Nicky Georgiana. He's on the mound tonight for Marana Electric, and he's been having a good season himself. Bobby, you've seen all these players for many years playing now. I'm sure it's been nice to see some of that improvement from when they started 6-year-olds to when they're up here at 12.
Certainly. It's always fun, especially the beginning of the season, to see what kids have grown.
Yeah.
And how much they've changed.
Next up, shortstop Anthony Riccio.
And, yeah, you love to see the improvement from year to year, even the ones that grow through the season, where things just click all of a sudden.
Ground ball back to Georgiana off his mitt. There goes Riccio, safe at first base. A quick at-bat there for Anthony Riccio. He's safely aboard. He's the shortstop tonight for Park Home. Nicky Georgiana getting through the first 2 batters unscathed. And now Riccio's on board, and Alex Wolf's up next. He's the cleanup hitter. Next up, left fielder Alex Wolf. And sometimes from year to year, you see that change in the physical size of these players. Of course, they're growing up. And one year they're 11-year-old, and next April you see them as a 12-year-old, and it seems like they've grown 5 inches. It's remarkable.
It is. It's amazing, you know. And I always ask the parent, or especially if it's a coach, what are you feeding them, and what are they eating? And you always get that comment: everything. They're eating everything. Sometimes that makes it harder on the kid too when they do grow 5-6 inches over the winter.
True.
That coordination needs to catch up.
Yeah, you really have to adjust. Here's another comment that just came in from Bob Holland. First class presentation this year. Hey, Bob, really appreciate that. You've been a long-time viewer, and I'm glad you're tuning in for this regular season finale. That's how we're billing it, because we have the playoffs starting on Friday, and that's going to be very exciting this year. But, yeah, it's been a really great run this regular season. We've had a lot of great games, and I want to thank all the sponsors who also brought us this action. Watch that foul ball, Bobby. It might hit our new camera here.
It's in a good spot.
Wouldn't that be something? Oh, boy. I have to pull out the old iPhone again. First world problems. How about it? This is Alex Wolf. He played a key part in that championship last year for this Park Home team. Having some huge, I think he was batting like well over 500 in the playoffs and championship series. So he'll be a key part of that playoff run this year again, because Park's in it.
And he also had an opportunity to come in and pitch at times where Steve needed somebody for.
Next up, first baseman Leonardo Williams.
In a pressure situation, because he just seems to be so calm, cool, and collected on the mound.
Absolutely. That's what it takes to win in these big games. So, Buck Beagle loves that new camera. Thanks, Buck. Actually just installed literally about 2.5 hours ago. So, want to thank a couple people. Troy Ferguson came down to help set that up. And Brian Faribaugh, league president, as well, helping out. So, they, put the work and put in some of their time volunteering to make sure you folks watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, maybe watching the a player. I know a lot of players out there actually like to watch the recordings after the game on YouTube, which is nice. So anything we can do to, improve the broadcast. So
I know my last game behind the plate was streamed live.
yeah, yes.
Couldn't tell you what game it was, but
I'm sure you'll be able to go back and look at that for many years to come, Bobby. If it was a good performance, which I'm sure it was. Wow, what a hit by Leona Williams.
should score one.
There's Riccio rounding third and heading for home. Play at the plate. Save. Riccio's in there. Here comes Alex Wolf. Another play at the plate. Safe again. Riccio and Wolf score. And it's a 2-0 game. We're going to update that score for you right now on screen. Leona Williams starting things off for this Park team offensively. 2 RBI hit brings up the pitcher, Natalie Baker. That's a triple there for Leona Williams. And Natalie Baker's up next. These girls on this Park team, I mean, speaking of last season's championship victory, played a huge part.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, here's a young lady that has improved.
Yeah.
She's improved from last year. She really has. She actually caught a game in front of me earlier in the season, and I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah,
how well she did. I don't know what it is with Park and these female catchers. But.
Absolutely. Manager Steve Luciano of Park, longtime manager down here. It really builds these teams from scratch years in advance and has them always competing. There's a huge hit. Speaking of Natalie Baker, having a double, possibly a triple. Going to stay at 2. Score Leona Williams.
She come off the bag. Yep, she came off the bag.
Oh, my goodness. If we could show you the replay, we would, but it looks like
she changed her feet.
Okay, so Natalie Baker did get out there at second base, but not before helping another
she gets credit for
another run, and I'm going to update the score for you on screen right now to make sure everyone knows that we are at Park 3, Marana 0, and we're going into the bottom of the first inning as we bring this game to you live. And let's put that up here. There you have it. 3-0. Great first inning for Park. We're going to be right back after this. Stay tuned, folks. Fans, this is our featured game of the week. It's being broadcast live on Facebook and YouTube. Tell your family and friends to tune in. They can watch the football. Leading off for Marana, shortstop, Owen Heilman. Welcome back, everyone, to some Wednesday night baseball here live at Ninth Street Field, Altoona Area Baseball Association. This brand new turf field. I'm Jordan Roan, joined by Bobby McManus, longtime league umpire here at AABA, as Owen Heilman leads things off. Bobby, this brand new turf field, everyone's watching. what were your first thoughts when you heard that Little League field was going to be getting a turf infield?
I was excited. That takes a lot of rainouts out of the equation. Guys excited to play, to be, not to play on one, because naturally I'm not going to play, but to be on the turf field, to see the difference in how the ball reacts compared to the dirt, and to see how the kids are going to react, especially going back and forth between a dirt field and a turf field.
Yeah. Oh, there's an absolute difference.
And it is a little more comfortable on the feet.
Leadoff hit brings up first baseman Alec Woodring. Yeah, we just had our base running competition down here. Mekhi Jackson of Drenning was the champion of that, and even that was a different, circumstances, because last year you're running on dirt, and it just, it looks kind of similar from afar, but when you're actually playing on it and umpiring on it, I'm sure there's a difference. So.
Yeah, there's a slip factor. You don't have that slip on the dirt, catch a stone, catch a rut.
So there is going to be another strike called. The pitcher is Natalie Baker on the mound for Park Home. And the batter is Alec Woodring for Marana. There's going to be a blooper. Oh, and it's going to be dropped on the ground. James Davis. We have everybody safe. Alec Woodring on with up now for Marana. Now batting pitcher Nikki Georgiana. We have ourselves a lot of comments that have been coming in, and I'm going to show those on screen right now. Rose is watching on Facebook, rooting for Park and a fan of Leanna Williams. Rose, a frequent viewer for this Park team, and we appreciate you watching again, Rose, and hopefully you'll stay tuned and join us. Andrew Christ, watching live on Facebook. Appreciate that compliment, Andrew, and really grateful for everyone watching this season. Owen Heilman has advanced to third base. Alec Woodring still at first, as she says. Thanks, Paulette, for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of this game. Surely to be a close one. You can't find two more evenly matched teams this season. Anthony Riccio yells loud for that ball, and it'll be a fly out to the shortstop by Nikki Georgiana for the first out of the inning. Next to the plate, left fielder Monroe Gates. Only one game difference in the standings between these two teams, and like I said before the game started, Bobby, these two teams may actually be facing each other in about a week from now in the playoffs. Up, and Monroe Gates is going to hit that ball down. Lots of action right here. Play at the plate. No, he's safe. Here comes Monroe Gates to score. He's coming the whole way around the field. It's a tie ball game off of the one swing of the bat by Monroe Gates. Break that down for us, Bobby. What just happened?
Little League baseball
at its finest.
There's a few missed cut thrown into the incorrect
now batting second baseman Adam Schneeberger. Wow, that was wild.
One thing though, you cannot count out cheats. That's who Park and Sheets play each other in the first round, and can't count out Sheets.
Absolutely. In this last game we just saw before we came live to you, 17-11 was the score against ARC.
They hit the ball. They play defense.
Yeah, so that's going to be a good, interesting playoff matchups between John Sisto and Fiore.
Yeah,
is the other matchup.
Yeah, Fiore's has been that sleeper team all year.
Absolutely, they dropped a couple recently, so they're certainly going to want to try to hit their hit a peak here as they head into playoffs. New score updated for you on screen as that ball is going to be caught out there by none other than Alex Wolf in left field. It's important, I guess, against a team like Marana that you have someone like Alex Wolf out there who it's going to be almost automatic outs, especially with these big hitters for Marana.
Yeah, I'm assuming that Coach Luciano's
Fly brings up extra hitter Luke Giosa.
He's under the assumption that they're probably going to pull the ball on Natty more, so using Alex out in left field.
That's a ground down to the second baseman, Mateo Williams. Luke Giosa will go down, and we're going to be heading to the second inning. The score is 3-3. I want to show a couple more comments because there are a lot pouring in. Buck Beagle rooting for Owen. Kenzie Schneeberger rooting for Marana, watching on Facebook. Natalie Gates, tied ball game, is showing that you don't want to turn away from this one. We have a great viewership right now watching live. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Big money, Cha-ching, says Kenzie. And we'll be right back with some more Little League baseball here from 9th Street Field after this, folks. There's going to be a foul ball to start off the second inning by Cameron Klinger. Leading off for Park, third baseman Cameron Klinger. 0-1 count. It's Nicky Georgiana still on the mound. His second inning thrown. He has one strikeout here tonight. So, Bobby, I wanted to show one more comment here on screen. It's a viewer question from Buck Beagle. He asks, "Hey, Bobby, what was your favorite thing about umpiring Little League games?" We'll put you on screen there. And go ahead.
By far, it was the free drinks. No, I love the interaction with the kids, and the fans. I don't know. I've just been doing it for so long. It just you miss that interaction with the kids and goofing off, especially as on the bases. It's always better to do the plate. I get more trouble when I'm on the bases because shortstop and second baseman would tend to get distracted at times. But getting to know each kid, especially at the plate, that was when I had an opportunity to get to know every single kid. Mm-hmm. To come up to the plate, and the catchers. There's a lot of catchers out there that'll tell you that we've had some really good conversations behind the plate during the game.
Absolutely. 2-2 count here on third baseman Cameron Klinger of Park Home. And so how many years exactly did you clock in, Bobby, as an umpire in total?
Well, I guess 32 and a half. I didn't quite finish my 33rd year. Started when I was 19 years old.
I think we can round up for the sake of rounding up.
Yeah. I started as 19. My buddy Eddie Miller says, I'm home from college. He says, hey, Bobby, you got to come out here to Independent and see this baseball. He says, I've been doing minor league baseball out here. He said, it's great. He says, you got to come out. And so I went out and did a couple games with him.
Now batting center fielder James Davis.
And I fell in love with it. Paul Little brought me on and put me on full time. And I cut my teeth at Independent and been going out to the Cove, to Roaring Spring. Did a little bit with girls softball, high school softball. Did some senior league. Worked for John Baum up at East End for a couple of years. Kevin McDonald, worked for him up at Logan Township. Then Jimmy, I would work for Jim. I couldn't tell you how long ago it's been. I've been working for Jimmy, but I do 2 games at Independent in the morning, come and do 3 for Jimmy in the afternoon on a Saturday. Then it just got to the point where I was working every game here at Altoona for Jimmy.
You became in-house down here at AVA.
Yeah, probably too much. You know, the kid shouldn't see it's the same umpires all the time. They get into too much of a I don't know. I've had coaches tell me that their pitchers are so much more relaxed if I'm doing the plate. But you need to see different faces. You need to see different looks. Everybody's got a little bit different of a strike zone.
Center fielder for Park Home is up now. It's a 2-2 count from Nikki Georgiana. They've been battling it out. Just heard the foul ball hit us up here in the press box. It went and smacked the top of the press box. And looks like we have Luke Jayosa fixing some of his equipment, and we're going to be back underway here. And we have 2 young umpires out here tonight here, Bobby. And I know we talked before the game how you really like seeing a lot of young people get involved in umpiring, especially when it seems like the whole industry, so to speak, is sometimes getting a bad rap when it comes to fan harassment. And can you talk a little bit about that?
There's a lot. I mean, you see it. It's all over social media. And everybody's looking for umpires, and us old timers just can't do it anymore. So it is nice to see these young kids. You get young Mr. Muffy here behind the plate. You get Lucas behind the plate, who played out here for Drennings forever ago. You got Jake Corso out there in the bases. Played for his dad a couple years ago. We had Jake Walsh working the last game. Braden Birchfield, I think he's floating around. Johnny McGinley, he works at East End, but here's another ex-ball player that is a young guy that's doing games.
Absolutely.
Justin Perino, he played for Mr. Holland years back. There's I can't think of some of the other young guys that the league's been using here this year. But it is nice to see those ex-players coming back that love the game, that are good at that were good at the game and have an understanding. They just need to fine-tune their skills and
aside from that fact, and we also have we know that umpiring is sometimes not the safest job in the world. I want to show the monitor right now and throw it back to a time where you, Bobby, were in a bit of a bind. What's going on in your mind at this exact moment?
Well, I don't want to use any curse words, but I wear the helmet because I've actually been hit in the head twice, got knocked out twice.
Oh my gosh!
Once at East End during the Patterson tournament, and the other one was down here. Austin Hammerly from State Farm threw pretty hard at the time. It was up. Catcher didn't quite get to it. Thought I could duck it. Knocked me out.
1 strike to the right fielder, Lucas Masadelli.
So I had to get the helmet. My wife said, "You buy a helmet or you're done." I bought a helmet. So now, fast forward 6 or 7 years later, I turned my helmet around in between innings. Nice call. Turned my helmet around in between innings, and then the inning started, and I forgot that fact. So I went to pull my mask on, and it caught the bill.
Oh my goodness! Take a look at that picture, folks.
So everything was falling. We're in mid pitch, and I just took it off. And
how about a catcher, Bryson Geyer? I mean, that is just something that. I mean, it just gives you chills when you're thinking about it. You can see the look of just, I don't know if it's shock or total fear. If you don't even know what's happening in that moment.
Thankfully, Gibby hit the ball. I don't remember the young man that was catching that day. In fact, it was Marana. He was actually taller than I am, which isn't saying much, but he was pushing the 5'10", 5'6" foot range. So I knew I could tuck in behind him. And thankfully, Gibby's hit the ball, and it was a non-issue until the picture showed up.
Yes. How did the picture come into play?
There was a gentleman that was friends with the Gibbons family, and he was in center field taking photos of youngster here, and that was a shot that he had got, and it made its way to Britt Waite.
Okay, Britt Waite, shout out.
And then I get a text picture from him. Actually, I got two pictures from him. One was that one, and another one was actually me behind the plate with my eyes closed. And I think he threw the caption out at me as, now we understand a lot. Don't know exactly what he meant by that. But so, yeah, we can thank Mr. Waite for that photo.
Thank you very much, Mr. Waite. And actually, we have a viewer comment. Andrew Christ is giving us an answer to that question.
You're right. That's right. That's a better memory than I am.
Now batting second baseman Mateo Williams.
That is a better memory than I have.
So, Andrew Christ, thank you for giving us the answer to the question that we were thinking about, providing that clue. So it was Wes Baumgartner. And we actually do have a score update. We have 4-3. Park.
Nice check.
It.
Nice check there.
Oh, wow. So we just had some action there, Bobby. What took place?
You mean besides the center fielder throwing his glove? Pitcher fielded the ball, did everything right. Checked the runner at third, held him third. Didn't
shortstop Anthony Riccio.
Didn't quite take his time going to first.
So Cameron Klinger scored for Park. James Davis moves on to third base, and Mateo Williams is on first base. Bryson Geyer at second. Bases loaded here for Riccio. He pops it up. It's going to be an infield fly called by umpire Corso, and that's going to be the second out of the inning. Bases loaded for left fielder Alex Wolf. Those infield flies, Bobby, was there ever, is it, I guess when you've been doing it for so long, it just becomes routine, but as an umpire, especially a young umpire, is it sometimes easy to possibly miss those infield flies?
Yes. You should wait and make the call on the apex. So basically, as it's going up, as it's on its way down, you got to make sure it's a routine out by an infielder.
Okay.
Not running out just because it's an infielder with his back to the infield. It's got to be a routine out. It can be commonly missed.
There's a 2 RBI double for Alex Wolf. We were just saying earlier how he can be a secret weapon for this Park team, especially late in the season. He's done it before, and it seems like he's doing it again. He's on second base. Mateo Williams on third. Klinger and James Davis have both scored, and here's Leana Williams. 2 RBI double brings up first baseman Leana Williams. There's the score update for you on screen. It's 6-3. Park leads it over Marana. And we have a couple comments that we're going to get. Oh, my gosh, we can't even get to the comments because Leana Williams hits a ball to left field. 2 runs will score after the drop in left. Mateo Williams and Alex Wolf score. The game is suddenly at 8-3, and Park is really running away. Next up, pitcher Natalie Baker. Ball outside of Natalie Baker, who had that great double in the first inning.
She had an RBI too.
Rose commenting on Facebook, congratulating Mateo on a nice hit. And it's a pickle. Leona Williams stuck in the pickle between these Marana players. She'll get back safe and sound. Nice action there.
I'll tell you what, with this camera, I could sit up here and I could come back to umpire.
Wow, suddenly we're getting very innovative here at AABA. We'll see if head umpire Jim Thomasman might like that idea. Look at that hit from Natalie Baker. Oh, it's a wild throw. Play at second base. Another wild throw. Here comes Leona Williams to score. And suddenly, Natalie Baker is on third base. And it's a 9-3 game. This second inning proving to be absolutely huge for Park. And it's not over yet.
Surprised coach hasn't come out to slow it down yet.
Now batting third baseman Cameron Klinger. Whoa, watch out if you're sitting on the first base side. Ball hits off the utility pole and comes back down to that Marana crowd. There's some pun somewhere about Marana Electric that I could say. I can't find out right now. There's a nice hit by Cameron Klinger. A single. Natalie Baker scores. Let's add another run to the Park home column. 10-3. RBI single brings up center fielder James Davis. 10-3. Foul ball. Bryson Feather is the pitcher for Marana Electric. He came in to replace Nikki Georgiana. Nikki Georgiana, whose father's Adam Georgiana, who is the leader of this Marana Electric team. That's another thing, besides the players, Bobby, you've seen so many coaches who have come through. Some of them having younger kids and then more kids, and then suddenly they've been here for 12, 15 years.
Yeah. No, what's tough is when you have kids that you've umpired and they've played now have children.
Oh my gosh.
That are playing.
Yes.
That's a little bit. A couple years back, Gene Himes' wife, I'll never forget, her son Brad played, and he coaches now, but I ran into her and she says to me, "Bobby, you haven't changed a bit." I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but he's coaching now. He's got kids playing, and Adam needs to call timeout and talk to his pitcher.
Yeah.
And slow it down.
James Davis having a single there, which advances Cameron Klinger to third base. And Lucas Musatelli's up next for this Park home team. There's 2 outs on the board. There's been 2 outs for what seems like a very long time.
Yeah.
And this thing is going to continue to roll with Musatelli. Next up, right fielder Lucas Musatelli. And actually, Bobby, what's you're talking about, players having kids. We'll pick this up in a second as that ball goes past the third baseman, and we'll score another run for Park home on the Lucas Musatelli grounder to third base. We'll update that score for you right now real quick. Next up, catcher Bryson Geyer. But Bobby, actually, it shows how long I've been here. I actually have been seeing that some players who I have announced have kids of their own. Not necessarily players yet,
but yeah,
but they have kids. And I don't know. I guess if I stick around a little bit longer, maybe I'll be announcing their names.
I was just gonna say, yeah, you'll be in the same boat.
That is funny.
Oh yeah, I remember when you played out here.
2010 was the last season for me. LS Fiore, and great times. That's one of the things about Little League baseball is these are, it's not cliche to say, these are the glory days for so many, especially in terms of their baseball careers. This is usually the highlight for many people.
Yeah.
As we get a third out of the inning there, a long one for this Park team. And we are going to go into the bottom of the second inning. It's only the second inning, and it's an 11-3 game. Park leads it. Marana gets their at-bats. They're going to try to get themselves back in this one. Coming up right after this, we'll be back, folks. Don't go away. And send in those comments. We'll put them on screen. We're back, everyone. It's Marana's turn. Leading off for Marana, pitcher Bryson Feather. And we have ourselves an 11-3 ball game in the bottom of the second. Score on screen for you now. And Leona Williams will catch the ball, and that will be an out number one. Now batting center fielder, Noah Bonzo. And let's see here. Next up will be Noah Bonzo, the center fielder for this Marana team. And Bob, we're going to show another comment on screen. You might know somebody here.
Put my glasses on. Hey, my daddy.
Bob McManus watching on Facebook. Thanks for tuning in.
He coached with Carl Casciati years ago. My brother played for Carl when it was Masonic. They were Benzel's Pretzels or Bretzels first, and then they changed to Masonic. But my brother, I played, and my dad coached, and I actually played for Carl Casciati.
Well, yeah, he's been what year was that?
1980. No, it would have been 79. Yeah.
Single brings up right fielder Bryce Weaver. As Noah Bonzo gets a single there and advances to first. Bryce Weaver's up next. And we've obviously talked about Coach Carl Casciati, the 47-year manager of Masonic Lodges. And it's just a remarkable number when you think of it. We showed the video of him throwing out the first pitch in April. And, certainly you can't give enough recognition to somebody who's dedicated their whole life to to this league and to coaching
Mhm.
kids. And obviously, Bobby, you played under Coach Carl Casciati, so
He coached a lot of years when he had, no horse in the race. Where none of his kids were playing.
yeah,
And then the grandkids start rolling around, and
it's really something to be that devoted. There's going to be a ground ball back to Natalie Baker. The easy out there at first base makes this 2 outs, and Noah Bonzo advances over to second base. So there's 2 outs, and Owen Heilman's up next. Now batting shortstop, Owen Heilman. So, Bobby, we know you played for Mr. Carl Casciati, and you also umpired his games. So, what was that relationship like over the years? Whenever you suddenly went from, I guess you could say,
friend to foe, or foe.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's a perfect way to say it.
The funniest, the first game of the year when I had Coach, I was his bat boy when I was 9. Back then, it was 9 through 12, and we had a 9-year-old bat boy, and I was the 9-year-old bat boy at that time. So every first game of the year, I'd have Coach Casciati. He'd call me over, he'd call his bat boy over, introduce me to his bat boy, and explain that I was nice play, that I was his bat boy 100 years ago, and that would go on every single year.
No kidding.
He would do that.
That's tremendous. What a great story. We'll pick up the conversation about all that and more right after this quick break, because we are heading to the 3rd inning. It's 11-3. Park leads it. Join us coming up shortly. Welcome back, everyone. Leading off for Park, second baseman Mateo Williams. That ball is down, and we have a new pitcher. It's Luke Giosa of Marana Electric. There's a score on screen for you, 11-3 Park. Bobby, you see the score 11-3, and of course we know the season's winding down and so on and so forth, but are you surprised so far here in the 3rd inning about what the score is looking like?
Yes, I am. I mean, it's Little League baseball, so any manager out there will tell you never know what team's going to show up for you.
Yes.
And sometimes the ball just bounces your way. It's not taking anything away from Marana being, the 11-3 score here.
Sure.
Because they're a good team. It's just the way. Sometimes it's the way the cookie crumbles.
Exactly.
With Little League baseball.
Mateo Williams grounds out to Giosa. for the first out of the inning. Now batting shortstop, Anthony Riccio. Cindy Finnegan's watching on Facebook. Let's go, Owen. So we have a nice fan base out there for Owen here tonight. Appreciate you tuning in and watching. Domenica with the baseball emojis. Yeah, thanks so much for watching and for tuning in. Appreciate that support so much. And we are seeing Anthony Riccio up now with a 2 balls and no strikes count. And Riccio tonight is 1 for 2. Flew out in the second inning, single in the first inning. And now it looks like he may very well just be taking a walk, but Luke Giosa might have something to say about that. And a walk it shall be. Now batting left fielder, Alex Wolf.
Riccio, he always has a smile on his face.
Yes. That's what it's all about. You can't take things too seriously.
No.
Alex Wolf, he walked in the first inning. He had a double in the second inning. And it looks like he's going to foul that one off for an 0-2 count. Bobby, I know you like the Sheets tournament over the years. That's something that you always enjoy when you get those folks coming from out of town. You know, you're not like you went back to the familiarity with the players and the players' familiarity with the umpires. What's that like, meeting all new faces over the course of 2 weeks?
I love it. It is just, I mean, it is one of the most exciting things because it is so many new kids coming in.
Mm-hmm.
It is just, and Brett Stoner and I have worked together doing that tournament for years. And he's another kid favorite at that tournament. The kids just love him.
Next up, first baseman Leano Williams.
I've always made it a point to make them all feel welcome coming in. So
yeah,
that was always a big favorite of mine doing that tournament.
It gets them coming back too when they have good experiences and they meet good people. That's an important part of it.
Oh yeah, when we run the 10-year-olds right after the 12s, and then you get the 12-year-old tournament rolls around and you say, hey, I remember that kid when he played here for the 10-year-old tournament.
Absolutely. And
vice versa, the kids, we're glad you're still here. And
I know a quick shout out to the Central baseball team who just won that state championship a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
A lot of familiar names on that championship team that just played here 6 years ago.
Sorry.
No, what was the call, Bobby? It looks like we have an out call, which will send us into the bottom of the third inning. So Marana getting out of that unscathed, which is a good thing. And we're going to be heading into the bottom of the third inning.
I'm not the one that counts that one.
Exactly. He gets off scot-free there. We're going into the bottom of the third. We'll be right back, folks. Don't turn away. It's 11-3 Park. Welcome back, everyone. Leading off for Marana, first baseman Alec Woodring. We're at the bottom of the third inning. Park leads at 11-3. Alec Woodring's up. He singled in the first inning. 1-for-1 tonight. We'll try to get things started here for this Marana team, who put up 3 in the first, and then since then, things really haven't been going their way. I'm joined by Bobby McManus once again. We have ourselves a nice comment coming through. Check out that monitor there, Bobby, for a comment by Brett Miller on Facebook. Great job getting Bobby there. Hashtag legend.
Yeah, I'm just an old fart sitting in this chair.
There's going to be a blooper. It's dropped in there, so that's going to be a 2-hit night for Alec Woodring. He's 2 for 2 tonight, and up next is Georgiana. Leadoff single brings up catcher Nikki Georgiana. Brett Miller, who is associated with the locker room team down here at the league. Thanks, Brett, for watching and always sending the kind words and compliments through Facebook. Appreciate that. Brett, come up here sometime and give us your play-by-play. So there's going to be an out at second base. First out of the inning. I missed what happened there, Bobby.
Yeah, we had an out at second.
Okay. Fielder's choice. Monroe Gates is up next. Now batting left fielder, Monroe Gates.
Second baseman made a nice play on the ball. And
okay.
Ricky O did his job and was at second.
Kathy Woodring's watching. Let's go, Alec. Good player to root for tonight with Alec Woodring having 2 hits. How about it?
He's a nice young man too, Alec. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you can't help who your dad is, but nah. Woody's a good guy.
Ground ball. Nicely played there for the out at second base, and Ricky was going to hold on to it. So Mateo Williams with a really hard line drive there, hit by Monroe Gates. Fielder's choice.
On Hopper.
Gates safe on first. Fielder's choice brings up second baseman Adam Schneeberger. 2 outs. Whoa. If anyone's watching out there in the stands and wants a heads up on that 50-50 number, it's 523-761. So if that's yours, you just won. We'll be announcing it here shortly. There's going to be a pop-up. Natalie Baker barely having to move for the 3rd out of the inning. Another quick one. Park Home really performing nicely here tonight. And we're going to head to the 4th inning. So this game's halfway through, folks. It's 11-3. Park leads it. We'll be back right after this. here. Leading out from Park, Natalie Baker. Welcome back, everyone. It's Natalie Baker, who's had herself quite a night. 2 for 2, a double, a single. Might go for this cycle here. I don't know, Bobby. What do you think?
That's the difference in a young umpire and an old umpire. He just took it. I would have needed a second.
Yeah.
Is that what Daddy's looking for here? A cycle?
Well, we have the double in the first, the single in the second, and we know she has wheels. If you're that third base coach, you might want to descend or just descend her. One-two count on Baker from Jayosa. That's going to be a blooper. It's a 3 for 3 night for Natalie Baker. And we're only in the 4th inning, folks. So that's going to be a single. Now batting, third baseman Cameron Klinger. Cameron Klinger's 1 for 1. He had the walk there in the second inning. Single also in the second inning because that huge inning there for Park in the second was quite an affair, and a couple of players batted around the order. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Full count. Jayosa to Klinger. Ground ball. Nicely fielded, nicely thrown. Double play. Yes, it is. Wow.
They're a little more excited than that out there, Jake.
How about it? Let's give some credit out there. It was an Adam Schneeberger to Owen Heilman to Alec Woodring double play. Fantastic job. Double play brings up center fielder James Davis. So here's James Davis, singled in the second. Marana stopping that threat very quickly, and they can't afford to put up any more runs. They can't afford to let Park put up any more runs because it is an 11-3 ball game in the 4th inning, and that mercy rule is just around the corner potentially. So, got to be careful if you're Marana. And that view on your screen, folks, is very, very nice with that sun setting, and we have the new crystal clear camera right behind home plate. Another shout out to Troy Ferguson and Brian Faribaugh for helping set that up today. 3 strikes. Makes it a 1-2-3 inning after that double play. Luke Jayosa's second strikeout here tonight. We're going to the bottom of the 4th. Marana has the work cut out for them. It's 11-2-3. Stay tuned.
Because he's backwards.
Leading off for Marana, Gage Ross.
Gage Ross is now in the game. He's hitting for Luke Giosa. It's a pinch hit situation here in the fourth inning, the bottom of the fourth. 1-1 count. Natalie Baker still pitching for Park. Look at this. It's a play at first now. Gage Ross will be thrown out at first base. And Bryson Geyer, catcher for Park.
Now batting Cam Woodring.
Another pinch hitter is Cam Woodring. 3 in a row this Marana team will be batting here with pinch hitters. So the playoffs coming up, Bobby, and we've been talking a little bit about what to look for in the playoffs, and we haven't talked a little bit about that John Sisto team. So what do you expect from Sisto in the playoffs? They've been getting pretty hot as of late.
So they've been hitting the ball well. I think pitching they're going to be all right. They're pretty deep. It's all about making plays behind your pitcher, and they certainly have the skills to do that. But they're running into that sleeper team of LS Fury, and
yes,
Coach Kraft always seems to just put something together.
You never know what you're going to get against that Fury team.
You're right.
Yeah. And
they're known for their defense,
of course,
and
the magic comes alive in the playoffs for them.
Yep.
Even as they're hitting a little bump in the road late here in the season, all bets are off when it comes time for the playoffs.
At that point, yeah, that's what I said. You can't let you can't dispel Sheets at all.
Exactly.
Park's putting up good numbers here against a really good team, but Sheets can
show up. Fury.
So a lot of great series, and of course the two teams who will be in that bye, Marana Electric, who we're watching tonight, Holsteiner Plumbing, who just captured a 25-0 regular season. That's some historic stuff, Bobby.
Hasn't been done in a while. Coach Holland, I think, what he went 33 or 37.
Bob Holland, if you're out there watching still, you can feel free to chime on in. And
I think it was 33.
Yes, we'll get clarification on that. And that Dreyer team of 2009.
That was a good ball team. Oh, that was a good ball team.
Locked and loaded. Stomp Fiore strikes out.
Now batting right fielder, Bryce Weaver.
A lot of
correction, Grayson Carney.
Grayson Carney here, pinch hitting for Bryce Weaver. Yeah, so it'll be very interesting to see that whole senior squad as they advance here into the playoffs and trying to keep that perfect season alive.
They have the depth to do it.
Whoa, that ball's in the outfield. Marana Electric, there is still life as we have Cam Woodring heading to third base. Grayson Carney on first. And we might have another change. Now batting Liam Zorger. Adam Georgiana, manager of Marana, telling me that it's going to be Liam Zorger. Pinch hitting for Owen Heilman.
Look out!
Oh boy.
why I always turn and hand the ball to the catcher.
Check swing, hits that ball, foul. Liam Zorger, number 10. Everyone out there on the base paths. Pinch hitting for Marana and doing a fine job here. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Make that 2-2-2. I always think of Jim Klausman with the 2-2-2.
Yep.
Iconic. Make that 3 strikes, and Liam Zorger.
Another gentleman by the name of Don Baker. He had a big booming voice. He was big with the toot.
Gotta love it. We are heading to the 5th inning, 11-3. Park leads it. And it's getting darker and darker out, but this field is brightening up. This turf, the lights, the camera. Beautiful night for Wednesday night baseball. We will return just after this. Welcome back to the 5th inning, folks. 11-3 Park. Chance to add on some more right now.
Leading off for Park, right fielder Lucas Musatelli.
Luke Giosa is still on the mound. His 3rd inning thrown. He's throwing some heat here tonight. Lucas Musatelli fouls off. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Got on base both times, though. We have a comment. Bobby, if you want to get ready to check out this one on the monitor here. And let me first off make sure we let's get a reaction here. It's Britt Waite on Facebook commenting, Bobby, I don't recall you wearing those glasses when you were behind the plate. And the official response, Bobby.
No, I don't need them for close up. I need them to read the 50-50 number. But I can see, I can certainly see a baseball coming in at that size. But yeah, 50-50 numbers look awful blurry. I'm a guesser, anyways.
How about catcher Bryson Geyer?
A lot of times I wait for the catcher's response.
How many unclaimed 50-50s over the years due to possible vision impairment?
I always ask the person that brings it out. Okay, what do you see?
Exactly. Response from Britt saying, well played. Thank Thanks for watching, Britt. As that's going to be a fly ball there to the shortstop. And caught for the first out of the inning.
Now batting second baseman, Mateo Williams.
Whoa, line drive back up to Giosa. Nicely played there. Chance at a double play, but it's not going to be in time. 2 outs. Fielder's choice there. Bobby, how many times over the years when you see one of those balls back to the pitcher, I mean, does your heart skip a beat sometimes?
It just did right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time. Every time.
Now batting shortstop, Anthony Riccio.
I've seen too many kids get hit with the ball hard. Young man, Matt Gormley.
Of course.
Down here.
I watched that one live, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
That was horrific.
I mean, I've seen some terrible injuries.
Next up, left fielder Alex Wolf.
I think it's a young catcher for Sheets. I think his last name was, Casey. I'm going to say Casey Rispoli.
That's correct.
He took a short hop as a catcher. Took a short hop off the chest.
Oh.
He was fine. I checked on him. He said he's okay. I gave him a breather. Started walking out to the pitcher. He walked out beside me and he just went down.
Yeah.
Just straight down. That's foul.
And it looks like that's going to be the called fair, actually, and that's going to be the third out of the inning.
Sorry, I guess it was fair.
Well, we do not have any jurisdiction up here in the press box to make the calls, but nonetheless, we are going to the bottom of the fifth inning, and it's still 11-3. We'll be back with more baseball from AABA right after this. We're back in the bottom of the fifth. 1 ball to Alec Woodring.
Leading off for Marana, first baseman Alec Woodring.
And we do have ourselves a new pitcher. It's Mateo Williams, taking the place of Natalie Baker, who threw 4 really wonderful innings.
Get your pitch call.
Two balls, 1 strike. That's going to be caught by Riccio. out there, the shortstop.
His first 3 steps were in.
Now batting catcher Nikki Georgiana.
That's going to be a fly ball. Caught out in left field.
That's the stuff that I love. Young, I think that's their bat boy.
That's the Dylan Hescox in left field, making that tremendous play off the bat of Nikki Georgiana.
That's the stuff I love. That's
Now batting left fielder Monroe Gates.
Tremendous job out there. And Ricchio's going to have another chance. Could it be a 1-2-3 for Mateo Williams? Yes, it will be.
7-pitch inning.
Wonderful work there by Mateo. We're going into the 6th inning. The last inning, folks. That was a quick one. We'll see how long the last one will last. So we'll be right back. 11-3. It's Park.
So
Welcome
hard.
back, everyone. Leona Williams will foul off one there for Park.
Leading off the 6th for Park, catcher Leona Williams.
Luke Jayosa throwing his 4th inning. Rose on Facebook. Awesome job, Mateo.
Look out.
As Leona heads down to first base.
Jayosa caught the first 2 innings.
Now batting first baseman Natalie Baker.
Two balls, no strikes on Baker. Once again, joined by Bobby McManus here in the booth all game long. Bobby, thanks for coming up. And, another thing that I was thinking about is the fact that, I've seen you so many times over the years, kind of guiding, especially the younger players, guiding some of them, almost, teaching them the ropes a little bit when there's something that might be noticeably missing from their game or something. What's that like?
Yeah, I try not to do it. I really do, but sometimes I can't help myself.
Yeah.
Now batting third baseman Cameron Klinger.
And 9 times out of 10, I'll apologize to the coach, or I'll tell him that I told him this or that I told him that, or especially in the when I'm in the field, when I'm out on bases.
Sure.
I'm always telling the kids or helping them do something.
Yeah.
And sometimes I overstep my bounds, and that was just how I've always umpired.
Yeah, I think. I mean, you see a lot of the parents and stuff who appreciate that, and Little League is about growing as a young person, also as a young player.
Certainly.
Very developmental. Whoa! Shot back up the middle by Klinger is going to score 2, and you know what that means.
That's the ball game.
The game will be over. A 10-run roll, just like that, off the bat of Cameron Klinger, which will make this one 13-3. Going to update the score for you right now and make sure everyone can see at home what we're seeing on our scoreboard here. And I will announce it to the stands.
And that's the game, folks. Final score, Park 13, Marana 3. Great game to both teams.
And we will bring it back here in the booth. Bobby McManus on your left. I'm Jordan Roan on your right. So as we say goodbye, what are some of the key takeaways from this one, Bobby? And what impressed you on from both sides?
Marana didn't quit, which you don't expect the teams to quit. So they didn't quit. They came out. They continued to hit the ball. Jayosa threw really well the last 4 innings.
Sure.
They're up there taking their hacks. Marana's always taken their hacks at the plate. I think Park needed that win after running into 2 games in a row with Holsingers. And I think they needed a strong victory going into a tough playoff series with Sheets. So, and they got some good pitching out of some youngsters. Well, Natty's a 12-year-old, but she's not one of their horses. So going into the playoffs could be fun. Should be fun.
Yeah,
as all playoffs should.
I know if it's anything like last year, then we have a lot to be excited about because any of those Final Four teams last season could have ended up coming away with it.
Yes.
It just so happened to be Park last season. It could be them again this season.
Right.
Or it could be one of the other ones out there. I think it's anyone's to take. And
and Holsingers isn't going into it like lightly. They're not going to sit back and say, well,
Yes.
They're strong. They got depth, and I mean, any one of their guys can throw a complete game, and it just they're just a buzzkill. I mean, they really are.
One more comment here. It's Rose. Great job to Park, and good luck in the playoffs. Absolutely. It's going to be very fun to watch this Park team try to defend their title. And Melissa wanted to give a shout out to Cameron Klinger, who had the great walk-off win there with a big, nice hit. And, so it's been a fun one. Once again, Bobby McManus, I'm Jordan Roan, and we had ourselves a great night here at the Altoona Area Baseball Association. Going to throw that final score up on your screen once again. Park wins it 13-3. And who knows? We're going to see a combination, possibly the same combination, coming up shortly, or maybe we'll see Sheets making a run at this, or Fiore, or Sisto, or Holsingers. Who knows?
Yep,
it's gonna be fun to watch. So stay tuned. Make sure to follow the AABA Facebook page. You can just click the page, click follow, stay up to date on our future live streams. If you're watching on YouTube, click subscribe, and you'll see us whenever we're live there. I'm Jordan Roan for Bobby McManus. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Take care, everyone.
Thanks, Jordy.